Alright guys, in other videos we've talked about the offensive zone pressure forecheck, we've talked about neutral zone pressure forechecks. Now we're going to talk about our defensive zone, how we control the area in front of our net when the puck's in our zone. Now most coaches call this the house defense, and basically that's what we're going to be describing here. As we go through this, I'll show you the outline of the house defense and the ideas around that, and it'll give us a better idea of where everybody needs to be during situations when the pucks are in the corner, pucks are up at the blue line, pucks are along the wall. All right, so here we go. Basically, this is the house defense. I'll run it through here. The red dot simulates where the puck would be and where everybody's positioning should be when the puck is in that position. So as we start here, we're down in the corner. When the puck's down in the corner, our first defenseman is on the puck carrier. Our center is supporting the puck carrier. D2 is in front of the net. F2, high slot. F1, up at the point. Now, most teams are going to have a defenseman here, probably a forward somewhere around here, and another forward in here as they try to cycle the puck. As this play progresses, you'll see as the puck moves behind the net, if D1 is in a trailing position, instead of chasing this puck carrier behind the net, I prefer that he hand them off to D2, let D2 come down and try to get a good check and separation of the puck and the player. And D1 goes back to the front of the net while the center support works his way across the ice. Now another thing you'll see in this defense is these two forwards will rotate in and out of the high slot depending on where the puck is. So when the puck is here, both these forwards are in this area of the ice. As this puck moves further across, F2 works his way out to the point. F1 works his way into the high slot. D2 is down here to support the play. D1 goes back to the front of the net, and the center is supporting the middle of the ice. As we continue to let this run, you'll see here, D1 hands the skater off to D2 because he was in a trailing position. D2 comes down and tries to put a check on him and get that puck separated. If that's the case, the center comes down in, picks up the loose puck, and turns and looks for the breakout passes. If the puck is in this corner, it's the same as when we're in the opposite corner. D2 is on the puck carrier. Center is in a support position. D1's in front of the net. F1 is in the high slot. F2 is up guarding the blue line. Again, you'll probably have a defenseman here, a winger here, a winger on the wall as they try to cycle. As we progress, as the play moves up the wall, D2 may want to hand this guy off to the center as this play comes up the wall. Center can come out, pick this guy up. As the play progresses further up the wall, F2 would pick him up. Center would support still. D2, D1, and F1 are in the middle of the ice watching the play. Now keep in mind, the puck can go all over the place, and when I was showing you here with this red dot, it doesn't necessarily signify a continuous play where the puck came from here and went all the way back up to the wall. Okay, that's very unlikely to happen. What I'm trying to get across is what the positioning should be if the puck is here, if the puck is here, if the puck is here. And basically, D2 and D1 have the corners. The center is supporting the middle of the ice. And F1 and F2 are working the high slot out to the blue lines. So here's our house concept. What we're trying to do is keep the puck out of the high scoring areas. The best place to score goals is in the house. Shots from in close, shots from up here in the middle of the ice, So we want to keep them out of that area of the ice, because once they get in there, they're giving the goalie a much harder shot to defend against. Again, as the play moves on, the concepts are 4 zones on the ice. Zone 1 here when the puck is in this corner, D1 in the center. Zone 2 on this side, D2 has this area behind the net. Center has support coverage. The high slot, puck's on this side, so F2, or the right winger, is down low in the high slot, and F1 is taking away any passes where this guy might want to come up the wall to a defender back here. So F1 is guarding that quadrant of the ice. As the play moves further this way, F2 would come out to watch that forward. F1 would work his way in here. And again, the center is support in this area. D2 comes down to pick up the skater. The puck's along the half wall here, kind of one of those positions where if the center gets there first, the center can have him, and the defenseman can support the play. If the defenseman gets there first, then the defenseman has him, and the center supports the play. Here, again, center support. Defenseman comes in, tries to get the puck away. Center's there to pick up a loose puck. Look for the breakout passes. As the play is developing, this wing working his way this way, this wing working his way in. We want to have options. Center picks up a loose puck here and works his way this way. He has an outlet pass up the wall to this wing going out here. As this wing's coming back to the center of the ice, when he sees that turnover and the pass up here, he can swing up the middle of the ice, and hopefully we get this pass and then that chip, and this guy's breaking free up the middle of the ice. Again, I'm showing you here, D1 is in a trailing position, so instead of chasing him, he's giving him off to D2. D2's coming down, try to pick him up here. Center's coming across to support the play. If there's a loose puck, center comes in, picks up that loose puck, turns up ice. We've got F2 working his way to the wall. We've got F1 in the middle of the ice, so we can make that pass to F2, and F1 can break up the middle of the ice, and we can again look for that pass. The real beauty in this defense is not only are we covering our zone real well, but if we get a turnover and we're in the right position, we're in a great position to break the puck right out. And if their defensemen pinch up for some reason to try to break up a play, we get that puck out behind them. We got a guy in the middle of the ice who can just take off after the puck. So not only is it a good defensive system, but it's also a good transition positioning system to be in. Now again, here I'm just showing you that if the puck's down in this corner, D2's got him. Center is supporting the play. They may have a wing here. They'll probably have a wing here, a defenseman up here, and a defenseman here. So he may chip the puck to this guy, and the center can come right over and pick him up, and the defenseman swings in behind to support the play. So it's just a matter of one-on-one play and supporting the defender who's playing the one-on-one. So in this position, center comes up to take the puck carrier, and the defenseman is supporting the play. We're always looking for a good one-on-one battle where there's a turnover and the supporting skater can come in and pick up the puck. And again, in this position, if we get a turnover on the wall here and D2 picks it up, he's got to chip up the wall to F2 waiting here in front of this defenseman. Or he's got F1 in the middle of the ice, because there'll probably be a defenseman up here and a wing down low. If we get that turnover, maybe we can hit this pass. And as this guy steps in to make that play, we can try to pass to this forward, breaking down the wall, or we just carry it out of the zone. And again, just showing positioning based on where the puck is. The puck's up high here, and the center and the forward are taking care of them. This forward is watching the middle of the ice and the top of the circles. This defenseman's got the front of the net. This defenseman is supporting the play.